Good morning, everyone. This is a short broadcast from Team 101. This is for brethren in business, those who are journeying with the Lord to arrive at God, even in their places of work and business. If you are new to this kind of stream, you're welcome. You will find some helpful tips here to preserve your humanity, especially if you are born again. Today we'll be talking about keeping a godly conversation in the place of work and business. And I would like to share with us 4 weapons of warfare we can engage in our business and workplace. First, I would like us to know that we are at war, and the war is against our soul. And those who fight against us are spirits. From the time you wake up in your home till you get back to your bed, we are at war, and your business and workplace is not exempted. So the first weapon I would like to share with us is go slow. Traffic gridlock. Now, traffic gridlock or go slow is an untapped blessing. It is a place where you can plug in a message and listen to it. As a business person, we have that excuse that there's no time. One thing or the other is holding us up. Sometimes you even get home and carry some of the work home. But that period of traffic gridlock when you're in the bus is that period you are alone. Your boss is not there. You are just probably driving your car. It's a good time to play a message and hear. It's a good time coming back from home for sometimes. You'll be stuck in traffic for another 30 minutes depending on where you live, or 1 hour, or some people 2 hours. That is a beautiful 2 hours message you are missing right there. Play a message. Play something you missed during the day. Play a message you've probably not listened to all week. Play some backlog of messages. If while playing it you are falling asleep, pause it and probably switch to music and hear some Larry or Sister Favor, then move back. Just hear. I always notice that Satan doesn't want us to hear anything, and you will find out that the traffic will start moving all of a sudden. Everything that is blocking the traffic, you will not find it. Why? Satan doesn't want you to hear as a business person. So use traffic to your advantage. You say, I'm not in Lagos, I'm in Ondo State, where there is no traffic. That period where you are walking to work, that period in the middle of work, 30 minutes break, that is your go slow. Don't eat your food quickly. Eat it slowly. Take time to hear message. Plug it in your ear that time. Don't turn it into this period. It's actually your go slow period. The second weapon is your earpiece. If your earpiece spoils, get another one immediately. You can't afford to not have an earpiece for a day. Play messages in the background. Reduce the volume. Let it be very low. Stream meetings as long as you can. Especially if if you're not being heavily engaged, like some people are during the day, always in one meeting or the other. If you're not going to be heavily engaged like that, reduce the message low. Face your work and be doing it. Even if you're a developer and it requires your mind engagement, just reduce the volume. Let it be sounding in your subconscious as you're working. It will help you, first of all, reduce unnecessary attention to gist and gossip. It will help you put a weight off the fact that you actually have to listen to something, or you're listening to something and you have to conduct yourself in a certain manner. So, and like it or not, those things we hear seep into us. It might just be the 30th word or 30th minute of what is being said that one serious thing that needs to just sink into your soul strikes in. There's another one that's come out now called an AirPod that doesn't have a wire. That is a very good weapon for people like us. Just keep one on the ear so that nobody will say that you are using earpiece at work. The third is get a jotter, a good jotter, a clean one that can even make you interested in writing stuff inside. Don't be afraid to spend maybe 1,000 naira on a good or defined jotter and a nice biro. I find this especially useful in cracking hard messages or difficult ones. Take an academic approach to it. Write down what the minister is saying word for word. That's probably when you get home, or if you have time at work, at least you no matter how difficult a subject is, because you want a promotion or you want to be seen at work, you want to crack down that subject. Just take the same academic approach to the things that we are hearing, even though they are difficult, even if we find them difficult. You understand? And if you don't find them difficult, well, good for you. But if you do, especially as business people whose minds are engaged in one thing or the other, switching your mind between that activity and a spiritual activity or a spiritual word being said sometimes looks like an imbalance. So just get out a jotter and start writing. No matter, even if your mind is not engaging in your hand and paper, withdraw your mind back into what is being said. The fourth and final weapon I would like to share with us, brethren, is prayer. Now, prayer makes our mind and everything we do remember and depend on God. there's this place we can get to, especially, as work people, when we begin to engage our mind with things that we are doing, and the various cares and concerns around the workplace, we begin to somehow develop an independence from God. But as we always take a conscious time to pray and tell God about every single piece of what we are doing, we gain back that dependence on God. We train our heart to know that whatever we are doing, we need God inside it. And a heart that is not trained that way will eventually err in the way. There are 2 prayer points I want to share with us that we must always include in our daily dose of prayer. Number 1, deliver me from every work of the flesh. Now, I want us to deliberately ask the Lord every time, if there's anything at all that disturbs us, is it anger, malice, jealousy? Is it even desire for some secret lust for the opposite sex? And those things, if we have them in a 5% measure, being at our workplaces can increase it up to 50%, sometimes 500%. The place of work, because of the engagement of that place, doesn't exactly encourage the things of the spirit. Those are good times to pray and ask the Lord, deliver me from every work of the flesh. Don't be shy about it. Don't form with the Lord. Be sincere with the Lord. If you don't take care of it when it is 5%, at work it will increase. It will always increase. You find something to complain about. You find your boss to complain about. You find your workplace to complain about. You find what your boss is doing, your fellow colleague is doing to complain about. You even find someone to even gossip with that will drag you into the flesh. So the second prayer point is what David prayed in Psalm 119 verse 37. He said, turn my eyes away from beholding vanity and quicken down me in the way. Now this prayer, it takes a long while to explain, and we can't even explain it over a 5 minutes concert. Even 3 hours podcast will not explain it. But tune in to mixlr.com/team-101 to hear sound pastors talk to business people like you and I every Thursday 7 p.m. and first 2 Saturdays of the month 9 a.m. about things like this, and encourage our hearts, sharpen us up for the journey to come. You can also go to fountainstream.com and create an account there to access unlimited spiritual meals that will build you up, make you stand as a Christian wherever you are. And not just stand, get to where the Lord will have you be. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.